What happens to unbelievers, family, between death and being cast into hell? What we often mean by the common use of the term hell is a place of torment for unbelievers. The final place of eternal torment for unbelievers is the lake of fire in Revelation 20:10. But they will not be sent there by God until his final act of judgment, known as the Great White Throne Judgment in Revelation 20, verses 11 through 15. That will be the time of bodily and spiritual torment, family. The parable of Lazarus and the rich man in Luke 16:19 through 31 verse is often cited to describe the current state of unbelievers who have died, although there is a debate as to whether or not the details given in the parable were meant to be taken as a literal depiction of the afterlife. Many commentators argue that the main point is that Lazarus is in a place of the righteous and the rich man is in a place of torment, and nothing can bridge the great divide. They do not take it to mean that Jesus is describing the actual state of souls now. In support of this parable, though, are Jesus' words to the thief on the cross in Luke 23:43, which indicated, family, he will be with Jesus the day in paradise, and Paul's words in 2 Corinthians 5:8, which imply that when believers die, they will go immediately into the Lord's presence. Most of the time when eternal punishment or heaven are discussed in the scriptures, the final judgment is in view. But these passages do not seem to indicate that. Even now, when people die, they either go to be with the Lord or they go to a place of conscience torment. That being said, family, I want to affirm that your understanding of the situation is correct. When an unbeliever dies at this time, his soul is separated from his body. The biblical evidence cited, does seem to indicate that believers go to a place of joy with the Lord and unbelievers go to a place of torment. And final judgment of God at the end, and the final judgment of God is at the end of the Christ millennial reign on earth. All the unbelievers will be united with their bodies and then sent into the lake of fire for all eternity, family. And also in the book of Enoch, you can look up chapter 26. Excuse me, family. You can read about the accursed valley. Enoch basically asks one of the holy angels, what is this valley? And he tells them this is the accursed. This is where the accursed will be forever. Here shall be collected all those who utter with their mouths unbecoming language against God and speak harsh things of his glory. Here shall they be collected. Here shall be their territory. In the latter days, an example of judgment shall be made of them in righteousness before the saints, while those who have received mercy shall forever all their days bless God, the everlasting King. At the period of judgment shall they bless him for his mercy. So, it's already saying in the book of Enoch too, at the period of judgment.